an egg. Since you have chosen what I should talk about, maybe you would like to know some things that I wouldn't think to tell you. How about if we answer a couple of questions? Anybody have any questions about life in a prison camp? No questions. I'll be darned. We did think of women once in a while. What's that?
Which new Stalag?
Well, I was in Stalag 3, Stalag 17 in Moosburg. Any other questions? Yes?
How did you escape?
Oh, I didn't mention that, did I? Glad you brought that up. Because if you wanted to measure it with stupidity, it probably would have gone off scale. But we were nearing the camp. It was in the springtime. We were nearing Moosburg, and I had decided I had all the prison camp I wanted to have. The Germans were marching us to keep ahead of Patton. And I just kept my eyes open. Now we're marching 4 abreast, a long line. Could I get a drink of water, please? Guards on both sides of the column with dogs. Thank you. At high altitude, you know, it's dehydrating. It really is. At any rate, it was getting dusk and I could see up ahead there was a village. And our column was going towards that village. Just before it reached the village, it made an abrupt left turn. So I said to the guy next to me, I'm on the outside here, I said, do you want to try something? He said, what do you have in mind? I said, when we get to that corner, you and I aren't going to turn. We're just going to go straight. Now, we want to keep talking with our hands in our mouth. Don't look back. Don't change pace. Don't change anything. Just look like you're doing what you're told to do. The unbelievable part of it is it worked. Nobody even challenged us. We walked right on straight through that village. Nobody questioned it because, well, everybody in Germany was wearing a uniform. We were just some other kind of gypsy, I guess. So we went right on through the town and out the other side. Now that was the first escape. We were captured, obviously, but the third attempt was a little different. As we were marching south, the Germans would put us up at night they'd come to a farm, they'd count off maybe 50 or so, put them in there, put guards around it, and then move the rest of the outfit to another barn. Well, I soon figured out they were not counting us. They weren't counting us when they put us in. They weren't counting us when they took us out. So we contrived the notion of digging in the hay. However, in the morning, in spite of their not counting, they would take a bayonet and stab in the hay, make sure there's nobody hiding there. So we just dug a little deeper, and we got beyond the point of the bayonets, everybody left, and we were alone. We got out of there and were walking down the road. Excuse me, I'm sorry about this. We're walking down the road, and we heard voices. It was raining. We ran into the wood and hid. And as these two guys came along, I recognized from my high school French that they were talking French. And so I accosted them and asked them if they'd do something for us. So they said, "Stay here, we'll come and pick you at dusk," which they did. And they hid us under their huge feather mattresses every night when they were in to be counted. They were forced laborers. They would work in the fields all day, and they'd come in at night and be locked up and fed and whatnot. So during the day, they stole food for us and provided for us, and we just lived there a little bit, and everything worked out fine. Until one day, in the barn right next to ours, what do you think happened? A contingent of German soldiers moved in as our neighbors. Well, we were not racist, but we didn't like that. At any event, a couple days later, they all left someplace without their gear, and they left the guard there to watch over their rifles and things like that. Well, I kept looking at this guy, and I recognized him. He was one of our more accommodating captors at one of our previous camps. And so I said to my buddy, "I'm going out and talk to him." Now, if you think I've so far shown signs of stupidity, what do you think of this? Well, I did. I went out and talked to him, and I used their favorite phrase, "For you, the war is over." Yeah. I said, "Well, when the forces come through, I would appreciate very much if you would give me your pistol as a souvenir." "Oh, here." He gave me his pistol. He said, "We got more in there if you want them." So both of us got armed, and during the course of the day, the fighting got too close, and the Frenchmen started coming in. And as they did, we armed them. We had our little force of freedom fighters. At any rate, the Germans started coming back too, but they didn't have their arms. And so we just confiscated their bodies. We put them in one of the barns and put guards around them, told them anybody stuck their head out, it'd be shot off. It's very effective. I don't know why we don't use that more often ourselves sometimes.